Hello everyone, my name is Mustafa and this is MK Fingerstyle Academy, where all the cool ukulele fingerstyle content is happening. Right here, right now. In today's video, we're going to learn the melody of Beatles' Yesterday, part of the fingerstyle arrangement that I released last weekend. If you want to learn the whole thing, then make sure you check out the exclusive tutorial on my Patreon. But for now, we're going to focus on the melody. Now, before we play the melody, it is important to know why we're learning the melody. If you learn the melody and know where the phrases start and finish, and have some sense of their direction and where the climax notes are in each phrase, you'll be able to play the piece and make it sound much more musical. If you ever learn a piece and apply all the rhythms and all the fingerings, yet still sound flat, that is usually the reason. You don't know what the melody is supposed to do. So I encourage all the students in my courses in the Academy to learn the melody of songs first and create tutorials to teach them that, because it is that crucial. The other thing you have to watch out for is that when you learn melodies, you're learning them out of context. In other words, you don't have to worry about your fingerings. It's kind of a free-for-all. You can apply whatever left hand or right hand fingerings that you want, but I strongly recommend that you alternate your right hand fingers and make sure you play in square posture. In other words, the proper posture. With that out of the way, let's get started. So the melody in Yesterday starts on the 3rd and the 4th string. Now when we get to the 4th string, we usually play it with our thumb because that's the bass notes. But in this case, I'm going to play middle, then index, and then thumb. So that's open C, B flat, and then thumb. And that's when he says, yesterday. On beat 4, you start with the rest, and then you start playing on the D. Now, with that scale passage, make sure you identify the beginning and the ending of that scale run. And I talk about that in Ukulele Scales Pro, so make sure you check that out if you're interested in improving your scales game. So basically, you're going to pick the first note, and I'm going to play the scale with the trajectory trying to get to that A. In other words, speed up a tiny bit. See how I hesitated before resolving the tension on the G? And then to answer that phrase, I'm going to apply the same thing. My starting point is that G and my ending point is the D. That's where I'm going to feel relaxed the most. Watch out for your right hand finger alternation. But the phrase hasn't ended yet, so I resolve it. That's my resolution. That is the verse, and it's going to repeat exactly the same whenever you play the verse in this arrangement, which means we are now ready to play the chorus. So the chorus sets us up with the D note playing half notes. Whenever you see long notes like the D here being half note with each beat, don't be afraid to fill in that gap with a vibrato, because if you don't, it will look dull, boring, and aimless. The vibrato gives the audience something to look for and makes it more exciting for you to play and stay focused. 4th finger on the 3rd fret. And here I'm going to stop and acknowledge that I have just played the B flat, which is the highest note so far, which means when I play that B flat, it's a point of tension, it's a point of climax, and it's a point of interest. So you want to make sure you play it and accentuate it so people are drawn to it. That's the resolution. And again, vibrato. And now here's the difference from the first 4 bars of the chorus. And we play the verse again. So basically, when you play that chorus, it's 4 bars that gets repeated, which is the norm when it comes to tonal music. You have an introductory phrase and an answering phrase, or more theoretically, antecedent phrase and the consequent phrase. And in this case, they are almost the same except for how they end. So when you learn the melody and play it, you have to make sure you listen and watch out for how they end and make sure we hear that they are different so we can follow you. And don't forget that the second ending is when you lead us back into the verse by having that descending arpeggio of the B flat major chord. And then going to the C, B flat. So that's all I have to say about the melody. To take it a step further, you have to add the other layers in, and that's where the magic happens. Again, that exclusive tutorial is on my Patreon, so I hope to see you there. I hope to see you join the awesome community at MK Fingerstyle Academy. Until then, good luck with expressing yourself with this melody, and I can't wait to hear your individual takes on these pieces. See you in the next video.